Pullman Singapore Hill Street, a symphony of disappointment, as told by a very upset, very fancy Nepo baby. Oh, my darlings, gather round. Let me tell you the tragic ballad of Pullman Singapore Hill Street, a place where dreams go to die and 5-star ratings go to lie. I arrived, my little designer suitcase rolling behind me like a loyal pet, expecting luxury. What I got was a sewer-smelling shoebox with air conditioning that whimpered like a sickly Victorian child. The stench. Imagine if a swamp and a backed-up toilet had a baby, then left it to rot in the humidity. And the AC? Useless. It blew air like a tired old man sighing, doing nothing to combat the tropical heat. Why is this bad? Because basic human survival requires oxygen, not the scent of existential dread. And paying for a luxury hotel only to melt into a puddle of your own despair? Unacceptable. But wait, my tragic tale grows worse. As an Accor Platinum member, yes, I am fancy, I expected perks. A welcome gift, a smile, a single crumb of recognition? No. Instead, I was greeted by a front desk staff who looked at me like I was inconveniencing them by daring to check in. My elite status meant nothing. It was like showing up to a party in couture only to be handed a Walmart bag and told to leave. Why is this bad? Loyalty should be rewarded, not ignored. If I wanted neglect, I'd visit my emotionally distant father. Then came the dining experience. The restaurant staff, particularly one gentleman, whose service skills were rivaled only by a grumpy badger, treated me like an obstacle to his nap time. I asked about my platinum benefit, blinked at me like I'd spoken in ancient Sumerian. The audacity. Why is this bad? Service should make you feel valued, not like you interrupting the staff's existential crisis. And the roach. Oh, my delicate flowers, the roach. There I was in my luxury room, which, by the way, had curtains that fell off the wall because nothing says 5-star like structural failure, when a giant, unholy cockroach sauntered in like it paid rent. I screamed. The reception took 10 minutes to respond. 10 minutes? That's enough time to write a will. When they finally arrived, they moved me to another room without so much as an apology. Why is this bad? Bugs do not belong in a hotel that costs more than my monthly skincare budget. And ignoring a guest's trauma? Criminal. But the real villainy? The discrimination. Indian guests waited 30 minutes for one glass of wine, while British guests were poured refills like royalty. Vegetarian options? Non-existent. When asked, the chef shooed them away like stray cats. Why is this bad? Because people deserve respect, no matter their dietary choices or skin color. A hotel should be inclusive, not a playground for bias. And then false advertising. I booked a room with a view of Marina Bay Sands. What I got? A brick wall. They offered me 30 off per nights if money could replace the promised beauty of my Instagram dreams. Why is this bad? Because lying is bad, kids. If you advertise a sunset, you deliver a sunset, not a sad parking lot. The final insult? We tried to reschedule our stay with ample notice, and they refused. No refunds, no flexibility, just corporate greed wrapped in a fake smile. Why is this bad?
Okay, so I was looking into stuff around Pullman Singapore Hill Street, just seeing what happens there. It's not a great picture, honestly. Businesses near Pullman Singapore Hill Street, Singapore, a lot of them are electronics stores, places where tourists go for gifts and stuff. And apparently it has become a bit of a hotspot for scams. It is just sad, really. So these syndicates, mostly Chinese nationals, were going around Bugis Junction, which isn't right at Pullman Singapore Hill Street, but it is close enough, A quick walk, they were stealing credit card details online, then sending people here to Singapore to use them, not even trying to be subtle. They go to stores like iStudio, the Apple reseller, and just buy iPhones, gold bars with stolen cards. Contactless payment so fast, over 100,000 worth of stuff, can you believe it? They probably thought tourists wouldn't notice, too busy enjoying their vacation near Pullman Singapore Hill Street. The police caught 3 of them with 20,000 cash, gold, and a bunch of iPhones. They probably sold everything super quick, the iPhones especially. They likely got deported, of course, and probably banned from coming back. The victims probably had to fight with their banks for ages, cancelled cards, a massive headache. It ruins your whole trip, right? And it wasn't just one group. Businesses around Pullman Singapore Hill Street, Singapore seem to be targeted a lot. There were even Malaysians trying the same thing at Best Denki. They tried a dodgy mobile wallet, failed, and got arrested with 7,600. So embarrassing. They probably thought it would be easy money, a quick trip, and then back home. Wrong, they probably ended up in jail and with a criminal record. I bet the victims felt so violated, like someone just took their money like that. Then one of the guys from the first group, Zhang Tianyu, got more charges. Like he was already in trouble, and they found even more evidence of cheating iStudio staff. It's like, how many people did he scam? It makes you wonder how many tourists staying near Pullman Singapore Hill Street, Singapore, were affected and didn't even realize it yet. Maybe they thought the charge was just a mistake, or the bank would sort it out. They probably didn't. He'll likely face a really long sentence if they can prove everything. And the stores, they're probably more careful now, checking payments extra closely. Though honestly, you think they be careful already, It's just disappointing. I hope people are careful when they visit near Pullman Singapore Hill Street, Singapore.
The reality of businesses near Pullman Singapore Hill Street. If you're staying at the Pullman Singapore Hill Street, be prepared, because the businesses around here, they're not great at all. Let's start with the cafes. The coffee shops near Pullman Singapore Hill Street have a reputation for being chaotic, overpriced, and staffed by people who seem like they'd rather be anywhere else. Take TCA Prologue at Millennia Walk. This place used to be part of a respected Hong Kong coffee chain, but now, it's a mess. Orders take forever, the coffee is bitter and foamy, and the staff shout at each other in front of customers. One visitor waited 20 minutes for a simple takeaway flat white, only to get something that tasted like burnt dishwater. Another customer asked where their granola was, only to be served after everyone else had already finished breakfast. And if you dare to question why your drink is half empty or why the service is so slow, good luck. The staff will treat you like you're the problem. Then there's Kinki Restaurant Bar, a Japanese fusion spot that somehow manages to be both expensive and underwhelming. The food, mediocre, the service, worse. One group was accused of not paying their cover charge even though they had. Another diner found a bug in their food, and instead of an apology, the staff just took a photo of it. The cocktails taste like watered-down juice, and if you book a table for more than 10 people, prepare for a lecture about minimum spending requirements you were never told about. The only thing this place has going for it is the Marina Bay view, but honestly, you can get that for free just by walking outside. Now, let's talk about Fun and Mall. If you were hoping for a relaxed shopping experience, think again. The parking situation is a nightmare. People circle for half an hour before giving up. The security guards act like they're running a prison, not a mall. One visitor was scolded for using the wrong toilet. Another found cockroaches crawling near the Tree of Life installation. And if you're looking for authentic Singaporean food, forget it. The food court is full of overpriced, westernized dishes that taste like regret. Even the luxury options are a letdown. The St. Regis Spa should be a sanctuary, but instead, it's a place where people leave with burns and bad attitudes. One guest got a Moroccan scrub so aggressive it left scars. Another was told their massage was deep tissue because, according to the manager, every therapist has their own style. Translation: we don't train them properly. And if you